Good morning, students. We are going to start chapter number 2, and the name of the chapter is tissue. In this chapter, we will read about the animal tissues as well as the plant tissues. Now, the first topic of the chapter is the term tissue. What's the meaning of the term tissue? Now, tissue is a group of same type of the cells which are same in origin and they perform the similar kind of function, or we can say those perform a particular function are called tissue. It means it is a group of cell which are same in origin, same in structure, and they all together perform a same work, or we can say they all together perform a particular work. That group of the cell is called tissue. Is it okay? Now, some examples are given to you. The first is muscle cell, then blood cells, or we can say our connective tissues, muscular tissues, and next example, nervous tissue is from the brain, or we can say nervous system. These all are the different type of the tissues. Now, the tissue cell have the same structure, and as I told you earlier also, they perform say they have the same structure and also perform the same function. Is it okay? Now next, tissues are of two types. This is on the basis of where they are found. One is plant tissue and second is the animal tissue. Then in this chapter we will study about the plant tissue then animal tissue, and firstly we are going to study the plant tissue. Now, on the basis of or we can say plant tissues are of two types. One is called meristematic tissue and the second one is called the permanent tissue. On which basis these are of two types? It is on the basis of dividing capacity. It means this type of group of cell, which is the meristematic tissue, this have the capacity of division. They continuously divide and forms the new tissue. Meristematic tissue, they continuously divide and form the new tissue. And the permanent tissues are permanent in nature. It means if once they are formed, then till that they will do the same type of that they will perform a particular task, but they do not have the capacity of division. Is it okay? Now once again, plant tissue, these are of two types, meristematic tissue and permanent tissue. Meristematic tissue have the capacity of division and continuously they forms the new tissue. Even the permanent tissue is also formed by the meristematic tissue. Then second, permanent tissue do not have the capacity of division. It do not have the capacity of division. Now next is the chart of plant tissue. With the help of this you can understand easily the types of the plant tissues, and this is the new for you. Then firstly you have to learn all the names. Okay, then see, plant tissue are of two types. First is the meristematic tissue, second is the permanent tissue. Meristematic tissue, they have the capacity of division and they do not have the capacity of division. Now, meristematic tissue are of three types. One is called apical meristem, second is called lateral meristem, and third is called the intercalary meristem. Is it okay? First is apical meristem, second is lateral meristem, and third is the intercalary meristem. Now, see, this was the classification of the meristematic tissue. It is finished. Now, see, permanent tissue. Permanent tissue are of two types. One is called simple permanent tissue and second is called the complex permanent tissue. Now, what are the simple permanent tissue? Now, see, simple permanent tissue, it means they have the same kind of cells. These are of again three types. One is parenchyma, second is the collenchyma, third is the sclerenchyma. Four type. Then fourth is the protective tissue. Now, once again, parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma, and one more is the protective tissue. Now, complex type of the permanent tissue, they are of two types. One is called phloem and the second one is called xylem. Complex tissue are of two types, phloem and xylem. Is it okay? Now I will explain you meristematic tissue. Meristematic tissue is a group of actively dividing cells. These are actively dividing cells. Now, this is a representation of a plant, and these are the branching in that stem. Now see, this portion is called internode. This portion is called, once again see, these points are called nodes. These are the nodes, and the distance between the two nodes is called internode. Is it okay? Now see, apical meristem is found at the tips, growing tips. Intercalary meristem is found in between the nodes. And lateral meristem is found on lateral sides. Lateral sides means all around the plant. इस साइड भी पूरा गोल प्लांट है तो उसके चारों तरफ क्या होगी, लिटिल मेरिस्टेम. इज इट ओके? नाउ एपिकल मेरिस्टेम इज प्रेजेंट ऑन द ग्रोइंग टिप्स, and intercalary meristem is present in the on the basis of the leaf, or we can say nodes, and lateral meristem is found on the lateral sides, this side also as and the back side also. Is it okay? Now see, what is the function of apical meristem is growth. It increase or we can say at the growing tips, the increase in the length. For that, apical meristem is responsible. The intercalary meristem is responsible for the growth in between the internodes, and lateral meristem is responsible for the increasing the diameter of the plant, or we can say stem. Apical meristem, it is present on the growing tips and increase the length. Now, lateral meristem or cambium, it is found beneath the bark laterally and responsible for the growth in the breadth of trunk, or it increase the diameter of the trunk. Now, intercalary meristem, it is present in between the internodes or the base of the leaf and increase the length between the nodes. Okay, it is enough for today. You have to make the notes of it and draw that chart of the plant tissue on the left side of your copy on the blank side page. Thank you.